Okay, good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
So today you had some, okay, yesterday I gave you some homework. And the homework was exercise. Which page is that on?
16.
So I must do the even numbers, no? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the even numbers from from number 1 to number 25. Just the even numbers there. When I'm done, I'll move over and see how much time you have left. Okay, is that okay? Okay, the thing is frozen here. Which page is this on? Page 16. I'm going to cut all the odd numbers out. Somebody come. Can you come fetch it? The other one, assessment is. Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, fine. You stop at 22, no? Okay. So number 2, three cube is x negative 1 times 3. So what needs to happen with this negative exponent? 27 over x cubed. Any problems there? No? Let's look at number 4. 5 to the 0 plus 5 squared plus 5 to the negative 1. 5 to the 0 is? 5 squared plus 5 to the minus 1. So what's 25 plus 1? 26 plus 1 over 5 is 26. This goes at the bottom here, no? But because of the space here, I'm going to leave it so. Okay. Number 6, what needs to be done first? Bracket. So that's going to give you a 10 times a squared times a 5. When you're multiplying it by still the same, what do you do to the powers? That will be a to the exponent. Next, where's there more x's? 5 minus 1 is? Where's there more y's? 10 minus 8 is? The next one? 1 over 2 cubed. Which is what? 1 over. Next one? Let's sort out the exponents. 2 cubed is what? 8. So it's 8x4 raised to the power 2. What is 8 squared? 16. X? That's 64. Okay, my mistake. 64. So that's 8 times 8. X 8. Okay, you all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry about this, I'll just get a calculator on. Number 14. 2 cubed? 8. X? 6. Y? Times. Let's simplify that fraction. Anything to the power 0 is?
1.
So it's 5 on top. Where's the more y's? Bottom. Over y. So naturally this is over 1. Not so?
Yes, sir.
I can simplify the y's if I like. But I'm just going to simply multiply it first. So 8 times 5 is 40. X6, y3 over y4. So where is there more y's on top or at the bottom? Bottom, so it's going to remain 40. X6 over 1. Y1 is just 1. Any confusion there? The next one? I can sort this out first, or I can multiply the exponent. Okay, that's going to be 3 x squared, because I'm bringing the negative 2 up. Okay, what is 3 squared? 9. X to the power? Okay. You will agree with that? Remember, when a base is raised to a higher exponent, we multiply the exponents. Let's look at number 18. We're going to do first. So what are the exponents on the brackets? So a squared b cubed c raised to the power 2 can be written as a 4 b 6 c times 2 to the exponent 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16 a 4 c. You guys understand? over 2 A4 times B C. I can simplify my numbers then. 2 goes into 2 ones. 2 go into 2 ones. 2 go into 16. 8 times. So that is simply 8. I'm going to multiply the stop part here out. Okay. So A4 B6 C squared times A4 C8 will be A 8. Remember, when you're multiplying by the same, you add the powers. B 6 C 10 over A4 times B6 times C cubed 1A 4 B6 C cubed. Do I need to put that 1 there? Right, the numbers is sorted out already. The 8 will remain in the numerator. Where's the more A's on top or at the bottom? Top. So it's going to be A 8 minus 4. 4. Where's the more B's? Same, so it cancel. Where's the more C's? Top. So it's going to be C. Okay. You all understand? Alright. The next one. The next one. 4 going to 16. 4 going to 12. 3 times. Remember, take the highest common factor that goes into both numbers. It will be 4 over 3. Is there more A's on top or at the bottom? So it's going to be A. 5 minus 3 is 2. Is there more B's? Bottom. So B 6 minus 1 is? Any confusion there? Next. So, if you got 1 over 2, or 1 divided by 2, we know that is 1 over 2. Not some fraction form. Likewise here, you can sort out this exponent, so that will be x to the exponent 8, y to the exponent over decimal wise. So 8 minus 2 is
6.
x6 y, and that's over 1, which is exactly. Remember, there's more x's in the numerator than the denominator, so we write it on top. Number 24, let's sort out our exponent first, which is 4 cubed is 64, a 6b over C4 A4 B. Where's the more A's? So that 64 remains 64. So it's going to be 6 minus 4, because they from the same base. Okay. A squared. Where's the more B's? So it's going to be B. 9 minus 1 is 8. Where's the more C's? C4. There's no C's on top, so it's a remainder. Any confusion here? Yes, Michael? Sorry?
For the second step, so I put them in alphabetical order.
No, how do you mean alphabetical order? Oh, the step here. So you wrote A4, B, C4. Like that? There's no problem with that. You got the same answer out?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 100%. Full mark. He didn't bring the other spreker. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take out all the even numbers so that I can have space between the sums. Is that okay? I'll do all the even numbers afterwards, okay? Okay. 27. So it must be sorted out first in this case. The brackets. Let's go with it. It will be 2 times 4. 2 squared is 4. A4 B6 times negative 2A squared B. So this is straight multiplication. You want to agree with that? So what would that be? 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times negative 2. Negative 16. A4 times A squared is A. 6. B. 7. Any problems there? No? We're moving too slow. Huh? Let's sort out the denominator. But the numerator I can multiply that as well. Not so? Yes. So A, B, 3. Is it a 3 or a 5? 3. A, B cubed times A squared, B squared. A4, B4. B squared, sorry. Will be A, 5, B, 5 over A5, because I must multiply the exponents. B. Where's there more A's? They're the same, so they cancel. Where's there more B's? Bottom. So 15 minus 5 is? 14. How do you get 14? Okay, any confusion there? Next. 31. The exponents first is going to be A, 8, B, 12 times 8 squared, 64, because 8 times 8, A squared, B negative 4. You multiply the exponents over, I can multiply this denominator here, not so? Okay, so that's going to give me 48, 12 times 4 is 48, A times A 9 is A10, B 5 times B7 is B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this top out. Well, I'm going to first simplify these numbers here. Okay? So 64, what number goes into 64 into 48 without remainder? 8. 8 goes into 64, 8 times into 48? 6 times. What number goes into 6 and into 8 without remainder? 2. 2 going to 6, 3 times. 2 going to 8, 4 times. So just multiply the top together. Multiply this here. And that there. Okay? So it's going to be on top 4. 8 times a squared. A, 10. Remember when you multiply in bases the same, you add the powers. B12 times b to the minus 4. It's b to the negative. No, positive. 12 minus 4. It's 8. Over 3, a 10, b 12. Is anything that can happen to the 3 and the 4? No. So it remains 4 over 3. Where's the more a's? Same. Cancel. Where's the more b's? 12 minus 8. Number 33. Anything to the power of 0 is? 1. So that belongs to the numerator and that belongs to the why? Because of the negative exponent. I could have said it's going to be x to the 3 plus or minus minus 2. It's going to give you x to the 5. Or we're going to do what I'm going to do here. 3 x cubed times x squared over y squared. You all agree with that? Remember, if the exponent is negative as the numerator, it will be positive as the denominator and vice versa. What is x cubed times x squared? x5 over y squared. Any confusion? No? Next. Let's sort out the exponents first. 2 squared is 4. X 6 plus 27. 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3. X. What do you notice now? What do you notice now? Like terms. 27 plus 4. 31. X6. Next. X to the 6 all squared. X over negative x to the 2. What is positive divided by negative? Negative. Where's the more x's? Cancel out there, the same. So we left with negative. Any problems there? 39. When bases are the same and I divide, what do you do to the exponent? Subtracting it. So 6 minus p. Now you see this 10. I'm going to bring this up. The 10 now going to become negative 10. Can you see that? What will happen if I bring negative 2p up? Plus 2. Does it make sense? Huh? If it's negative as a denominator, if it's positive as denominator, it will be negative as a numerator. If it's negative as a denominator, it will be positive as a numerator, hence that thing. Does it make sense? Right. So what do you do now? Add like that. What's 6 minus 10? Negative 4. What's minus p plus 2p? Okay, any problems there? Next, what is 4 cubed? 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. X. Negative 2 times 3, negative 6. Otherwise, I could have first brought that down. Okay, I could have done that first as well. Doesn't matter. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So 0 times 3 would be 0, which is still y to the 0. And then z to the power 3. What now? Bring what down? X to the negative 6. Why? Negative exponent. That's all. Zoe, are you okay, Michael? Next, you got 64. Z cubed over x6. Any confusion here? No. You all understand, huh? Next. What is 3 cubed? 3 times 3 times 3. 27. Now we must multiply this exponent. Do you see that? So it's going to be x to the 3n minus 3. Okay, why? Because if we have a base raised to a high exponent, we multiply the exponent. Remember, there's no exponent on the 3, there's a 1. So that would have been 3 to 1 times 3. It's going to give you 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. That's how I get that. Okay, you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Any confusion? Anything to power 0 is? So that will give you over. Anything to power 0 is? Everything in that 0 is going to give you, which is? Next. When the base is raised to a high exponent, what do we do? Multiply the exponent. So it's 4. 4 times n is? That's for 2 times n is? 2n. 2 times negative 1. Another way of writing exactly the same thing, I could have just squared the base, and that would have given you 16n minus 1. But 16 can also be written as 4 squared or 2 to what exponent? No. 2 to exponent 3 is 8. 2 to the 4 is. So that will give you 2 to the 4 raised to the n minus 1. Now we multiply the exponents. So it's going to be 2 4n minus 1. Any one of these is going to be acceptable. Full 2 marks there. Okay? You see in maths, we just want to give you marks. No? But you guys don't want it. Not so? Next. How many terms are here in number 49? 1, 2, 3, 4. So before I can add and subtract these like terms, I must simplify. That needs some simplifying, that needs some simplifying, that needs. So in other words, that's going to give you 4a squared. What's negative 3a times positive 4b squared? Negative 12b squared. What's the square root of 36? 6. What's the square root of a squared? Square root of b for? B squared. Remember that exponents gets divided by this number here, which is in this case 2. If there was a 4 there, I would have divided all the numbers by 4. Does it make sense? Okay. 4 going to 4 once, 4 going to 8 twice. Where is there more a's? Top. So it will be a. 3 minus 1 is? So what do I look for now? Like term. That one there is a like term to that one there. So 4a squared plus 2a squared. Minus 2ab minus 6ab. Remember when you're adding and subtracting the variables, say that? Any problems there, people? So now we're going to look at the even numbers. Okay. Number 26. We're going to first sort out the exponent. So what do we get? M30, N20 divided by M6, N4. Now gives us M, what's 30 minus 6? 24. Where's there more N's? Top. So it's N, 20 minus 4 is 16. And that's naturally over 1. So that's on top, which is simply M24, N16. So look at the next one. Exponents first. So it's negative 2 times 4 squared, 16a squared times positive, because it's even exponent, positive a squared. So it's straight multiplication now. What's negative times positive times positive? Negative. Remember, there's no sign, it's a positive. So it's going to be negative 2 times 16, 32a. Okay. Next, exponent first. So it will be x, 2 times 3 is y cubed times x, 20, y over. I can multiply this here, not so. So it's going to be x6, y 30. Remember, when you're multiplying it, basically the same. To add exponents. X to the 6 cancels, x to the 6 not so. Y cubed times y10 is going to give you y13, which is also cancelling that. So what are we left with? x20 over, which is x20. Remember, it's in the denominator. So it's on top. Any confusion there? The 32, when we're dividing it, bases are the same. What do you do to the powers? We need divide, subtract. It's going to be 3 to the 2n minus 1 minus n minus 5. You all agree with that? If you don't see it like that, you say 3 to the 2n minus 1 minus the denominator's equation, exponent. Which is now 3 to the 2n minus 1 minus n minus 5. Which is 3 minus 2n, 2n minus n is n, minus 1 minus 5 is minus 6. Okay. Any confusion here? Next. What's negative divided by positive? Negative. 5 going to 5 once. 5 going to 15? 3 times. So it's 3. Where's there more m's? Top. So it's going to be m. 6. Where's there more n's? 6 minus 2 is? You all okay with that? Okay, so we are number 36 now. Alright. Now there are two terms here. The first term is already simplified, so it's negative 2x squared plus 2 times. What's negative 2 squared? Negative x squared. Positive x squared. Not so. So what is negative 2x squared plus 2x squared? Cancel. 0 there. They will only cancel if they're the same, provided one is plus and one is minus. If I had negative 2x squared minus 2x squared, what would that have been? Negative 4x squared. So sometimes learners cancel that also, which is not the case. That's a shame. It happens to the best of you. Okay, best of us. Next, a half squared. 1 over 4. X 6. You can read it like that, or x6 over 4, or 1 x6 over 4. All of that is acceptable. They're all equivalent answers. Number 40. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So in other words, that will be a to the minus 2 times negative 3. So what is a to the negative 2 times negative 3? negative 3, a negative 2. So what's going to happen to this negative exponent here? Come down. That's going to give you negative 3 over a squared. Any confusion there? No? The next one, when you're multiplying and bases are the same, what do? Add the exponents. So it's going to be a x minus 1 plus, as you can see, all the bases are a's here. X minus 1 plus x plus 1 minus x. So what do we look for now? Minus 1 plus 1 cancel. What is x plus x? 2x minus x? This is a to the x. Okay. Any confusion here? No. Next one, when dividing and bases are the same, what do you do to the exponents? So it will be p, q minus p. Are they like or unlike terms? So it stays like that. Next. So, we have a base raised to higher exponent, so 4 squared is 16x. 2 times n is 2n. 2 times negative 1 is minus 2. Next. What's negative to an even exponent? Positive. What's 2 to the 4? 16. A? 8. B? There's a straight multiplication sum now, not so? What's positive times negative? 2 times 16. 32. A 8. Okay. Next, the last one. We say more x's. Or we can take that up. Down and that one up. So it will be x to the 1. Y cubed, which remains there. And we got 2x to the 4. 1. In terms of the numbers, it's going to remain 2 in the denominator. Not so? Where's there more x's? Bottom. So it's 4 minus 1. What's 4 minus 1? Where's there more y's? Top. 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay. So today I'm not going to give you any homework. What you can do is you can get rewatch this video here. And then all the sums that you got wrong, you read them and read them until you understand what is going on. If you don't understand a particular sum, let me know tomorrow at the next lesson, at the beginning of the lesson, and I will redo that, whatever sums that you are a bit confused about. Otherwise, the video is comprehensive. I've done each and every sum in this exercise. Okay. Yes.